What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to go over my opinion of the top 3 worst purchases to make in GTA Online. Obviously, these purchases are very subjective, and you might have a different opinion, and if you do, drop a comment below and let me know what's your biggest regret as far as money that you spent and what you think is the biggest waste of money in the game. So without further ado, let's dive into these. Alright, coming in at number 3 on my list is the Master Control Terminal for the arcade. Now keep in mind, this might be a little controversial. I had some other honorable mentions that could have easily slid in here instead, but looking at the Master Control Terminal from the perspective of a solo player, which is what I am, I mostly play solo with my business grinds, this is definitely a waste of money for me, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. But when this upgrade was first released, I was psyched. I thought this was going to be a game changer in the game, be able to manage all of your businesses from one spot. Comes in at $1.74 million, so it has a hefty price tag, and to me it is not worth the investment if you're a solo player. So let's go downstairs real quick and check out why. Alright, so you can see right here, walked into the Master Control Terminal. I can take a seat, eventually, if my guy knows how to sit. Pretty sweet setup in the bottom of your arcade. I mean, I love the aesthetics here. We come in and you can see we've got all of our active businesses there. You can see I don't have a weed farm or document forgery office because, quite frankly, they are just a complete waste of money. But you can see I can pull up my nightclub and it immediately puts me in the computer for the nightclub, which is sweet. I can go to sell goods. I can do promote club missions. I can come here to gun running. I can buy supplies. Good, supplies are on the way. That's awesome. But the problem is, as a solo player, if I come in here and I want to sell my goods, sure, let's sell it. And I am now outside of my arcade,
okay, you're making a few
in the city, when my goods are now spawned at the bunker. So this isn't a huge drive here, but why am I going to spend $1.7 million to spawn these missions where I then have to drive to pick up the supplies and then deliver it? If I was gonna, have to drive out there and pick the supplies up anyway, I might as well walk in and resupply from the bunker. So this seems a little bit overkill for me as far as having to spend 1.7 million just to come in and resupply. Now if I was in a group, I could hit that start mission. I've already got a teammate out here that can pick the supplies up. I jump in a helicopter, I protect them. Boom, it's worth it. But as a solo player, this brought the Master Control Terminal for me to my number 3 wasted purchases in GTA Online. Alright, coming at number 2 on my list, the Joe built P996 Laser. This is the most expensive plane in the game at $6.5 million. It's not even the fastest plane in the game. The Pyro, the Hydra, even the Molotov have higher top speeds than this thing. $6.5 million. I'm a huge plane guy in the game. It's my favorite aspect of GTA. I do not own this plane. And for the sole reason that it is the easiest plane to actually pick up in the game outside of like the Cessna at Los Santos International Airport. You've got the military base right over here. And if you want to get the laser without getting a 4-star wanted level, all you have to do is buy a $2 million hangar, walk outside, you won't get a wanted level, and the lasers will spawn there. So for $2 million, you do have access to a $6.5 million plane, saving $4.5 mil. Now, you can't spawn it like you can a personal vehicle wherever you are on the map, but you have it, saving $4.5 million. If you don't want to spend $2 million, you get a random helicopter. We come into the military base, fly around. We're looking for a laser. There's one right there. We're gonna land. Hopefully not get killed by the soldier. We're gonna land. We're gonna pop right in this jet. And now I have a $6.5 million plane that I paid nothing for. Extremely short takeoff, and boom, I've got the laser. Now, when you're using this, this is pretty good for dogfighting. I mean, it's a quick jet. It's got great handling. does have some pretty decent acceleration. It just lacks in top speeds compared to some of the other options. You have some pretty powerful cannons here. The cannons are one of the best aspects of the jet. You've got missiles, but unfortunately, compared to some of the other planes, these are not rapid-firing missiles, so that also knocks it down and why it's one of the worst purchases here. Some of the newer aircraft, you can fire multiple missiles over and over. I'm limited to 2 here before they respawn, and I can shoot them. So anyway, there you go, guys. That's the Laser. Comes in at number 2 on my worst purchases in GTA Online. So let's check out and see what number 1 is. So we have come to number 1, and when I was working on putting this video together, it was an absolute no-brainer on what would be number 1 for the worst purchase in GTA Online, and that is the yacht. So total, I've invested $10 million in this yacht. I just recently bought it. I went 6 years without buying it because I knew it was a horrible purchase, but I finally had enough, cash sitting around. I said, screw it, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and I regret it immensely. I mean, it's cool every now and then to come on, but let's go through what you get just real quick. You get a few little homing rockets, sticky bombs. You get a few special carbine rifle back there. You've got a really cool place to come here and hang out. If we really want to, we can go in here. I'm not in SecuroServe right now, but you could go in SecuroServe. You could start your piracy prevention mission where you get a whole $30,000 for protecting your yacht for 10 minutes, which, I mean, isn't bad. But if I can do a security contract and make anywhere from $32,000 to $60,000 in 5 minutes, why would I possibly sit there and do piracy prevention? So yeah, we can walk around. We got some cool missions that were unlocked right here with the captain. We can go to the bridge and do those missions with the captain that are exclusive to the yacht. You do get a helicopter that spawns here, but I can buy the agency and get the same exact helicopter for about 1/5 of the cost. So anyway, that's the yacht right there. $10 million for this purchase right here makes this the absolute worst purchase in GTA Online. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Drop a comment below. Tell me what your worst purchases are. I've got a few honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is the Rocket Voltic. This car was pretty sweet when it came out with the rocket boosters, but now that you have the Scramjet and the Batmobile, forgive me, I don't remember the actual name of the Batmobile, this car is extremely outdated, and if you don't have the trade price, $3.8 million, absolutely not worth it at all. Then my last honorable mention was the Thruster. This comes in at a $2.8 million price tag. I think it's overpriced for what it is. I, really had some high hopes for this thing. I thought it would be cool, but the maneuverability of this compared to the Oppressor is just not there. So, why own this at $2.8 million when you can buy the Oppressor? But anyway, guys, there you go. There's my top 3 worst purchases in GTA Online. Like I said, drop a comment below. Curious to see what you guys think are the worst purchases out there. Tell me if you agree or disagree. Smash that like button. Sub for more GTA Online content, and we'll see you guys next time.